My name is Madlib the Badkid, aka the Beat Conductor, aka YNQ, aka
Quasimoto.
Fuck that nigga, aka, you know me. You need to know your history so you know the future. And there were a lot of important people that were passed up that are better than the mainstream artists. If you like my music, then you're gonna have to go study what I sample. Even I study what I sample because that's where it comes from.
And I always felt this about the best hip-hop producers. You're actually giving somebody a guidepost to go discover something new.
I'm sampling them, but everybody's like liking my beats, but they don't even know about the artist. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's my man right here. I've been rolling with for 20 years.
When me and him were doing that label Stone's Throw, it was him that we built the basis of the label upon. Like, really. We had this moment in hip hop where you were supposed to be the appropriator and you were supposed to be very irreverent about why you did that.
Why you did it.
You just took it because you could. And then with our generation, we had the opportunity to say, well, you know what? Actually, we'd like to still be able to appropriate this music because, like, the idea of creating something from this is important. But understanding the creator is just as important. The main point of it is that there's a multitude of musicians and craftspeople around the world that people just haven't paid any attention to. And it's not that they're esoteric creators of something that the multitude can't embrace. It's just that no one's bothered to ask them questions and to focus an attention on them that allows them to showcase this thing that they do so well. And that's what it's all about to me.
It was very nice to meet you, Ayaléw.
Thank you.
My name is Madlib, I'm a producer.
My name is Ayaléw Mesfin.
So I love your music. I have the
Thank
records.
you.
So Ethiopian music from the 70s was a relatively unknown thing until about the mid-1990s when Francis Falsetto did this series of reissues called Ethiopiques. Now Ayaléw Mesfin had one song on the Ethiopique series, and it started off with a fuzz guitar. And it was one of the only songs with a fuzz guitar. And so you're like, who's this guy that was like incorporating like this kind of hallmark of American and European psychedelic music in Ethiopian music?
Most producers look for that type of thing, where you can get funk, jazz, rock, psychedelic type of feel all in one.
And it took a bunch of our friends to actually go digging in Ethiopia to bring more 45s back. And then I started buying 45s from this guy in Greece who was buying 45s from an Ethiopian flight attendant. And he was sending me all these records, and every time I got an Ayaléw Mesfin record, it got a little bit deeper. His brother, Ono, sampled one of the 45s I had, Liba Mentahone, and made a beat with it. Oh! And a friend of mine who was running an ad agency loved the track so much he wanted to put in a Mountain Dew commercial, so I said, I owe it to myself to try to find this guy and see if I can not only make him some money, but clear this sample and maybe find out more about this music. And I found out he was here in Denver. I was working with these Vinyl Me Please folks, and I explained to them that there was this guy in Denver that I really wanted to do something with, and I had a feeling that there was a tremendous amount of music that was not only worth exploring further, but that might actually intrigue the people that listen to them, you know, that subscribe to their service. And they came out with me. We went to Ayalew's house and found all of his master tapes and all of his records, and it was better than we'd ever hoped.
Now it's good, like pyramid.
Everything was there, not just the records he made, which were all incredible and he had kept, since he left Ethiopia in a little 45 book. Mint condition copies, like records I'd never seen, with picture sleeves. Impossible to find.
That was dope.
Impossible to find. But he kept tons of reel-to-reels of unreleased music that he'd taken when he left Ethiopia. There it was.
A producer's dream.
All at once.
A sampler's dream.
There it was.
A sampling man's dream.
Should we go sit down?
Yeah, please. Ethan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Wow.
I can't believe this is happening. Which one's the Lido Mentahone? It's in here, right?
Al, here, and here.
Yeah, okay.
Man,
This
what are
one,
these?
This one.
That's the reel-to-reels that I was playing. Okay.
For your music, instantly I just get funk from it, and it's the raw sound that I like. It's dirty, a little bit dirty, and that's how I do my music too. Because all my equipment's broken, and I still make the same type of music. I don't use computers, I don't use anything. You explain your music, your style of music.
በጥቅሉ ጄምስ ብራውን በሙዚቃ ጨዋታቸው፣ በሙዚቃ ስልታቸው፣ በዜማቸው፣ በመድረክ አቀራረባቸው ሁሉ በጣም ከታተል ስለነበረ በጣም ደስ ይለኛልና
Like, you know, he couldn't have known that Americans would fall in love with his music because he used music that was familiar to them and infused it with this Ethiopian tradition.
ምንጩ እንደው በጣም ይሄ ትልቅ ጥያቄ ነው ለኔ። እኔ እኮ ምንም እኮ የማውቀው ነገር የለም። ኖት አልጽፍም ምንም ነገር ግን እግዚአብሔር በሚሰጠኝ ነገር እግዚአብሔር ራሱ በሚረዳኝ እርዳታ እነዚህን ስራዎች ሳቀነባብራቸው
Not only do you have to like make it possible to let Ayaléw express himself, but you have to be respectful of the fact that he probably didn't even know who he was leading up to this, right? Like it's this conversation that goes a lot deeper than, oh, you should listen to all of his music.
How do you feel when you listen to it? Good vibe.
በጣም ደስታ ይሰማኛል ግን ብዙ ዝም ብለው ያለፉ ጊዜዎች ያሳዝኑኛል በቃ በጣም ብዙ መስራት እችል ነበር ያንን ደግሞ የመረጥኩት እኔ ነኝ ለሀገር ለህዝብ ለሚጨቆኑ ለሚበደሉ አላግባብ ለሚረገጡ ህዝቦች መጮህን የመሰለ ምንም ትልቅ ነገር የለም እኔ ነገ አልፋለሁ የማያልፍ ታሪክ ስለሆነ ባቅሜ የሰራሁት ስላለፈው ነገር አልቆጭም ብዙ እነኚህ ሙዚቃዬ ሊቆሙ ሊታገዱ የተደረገበት ሙዚቃ 12 ዘፈኖች ናቸው ወደ 4000 ካሴት አሳትሜ ያን ለህዝብ በነፃ አድዬ ከሀገር ልወጣ ስል ነው እንግዲህ ያው የተያዝኩት የቁም እስር ነኝ ከሀገር መውጣት አልችልም በመድረክ ላይ መጫወት አልችልም መድረስ መስፈን የሚባል ታሪክ የለም ይሄ እንግዲህ በኔ ህይወት ውስጥ ጥቁር ነጥብ የጣለ ነው ስለዚህ እነዛን ስለምገልጽ በእውነት በጣም ብዙ ነገሮች አሳልፌያለሁ ያለፍኩባቸው ነገሮች እነሱ ናቸው በጠቅላላ እንግዲህ ነገ ማታ በመሰራው ሙዚቃ አንድ ሙዚቃን ብትሆንም በደረሰው በወገኖቼ ላይ በህዝቤ ላይ በአገሬ ላይ በወንድሞቼ ላይ በልጆቼ ላይ በእናት በአባቴ ላይ
The most important thing he's going to do is protest tonight. I mean, he's going to play a song or two, but he wants you to listen to what he's protesting for. A lot of people getting killed for no reason. So that's why he can't really perform a whole show. And most people can't really understand that. They're just fans, you know? Like, he's deeper than a musician. He's like community activist, right?
Absolutely.
So you have to look beyond a musician. They have lives too. Like,
ሐሳቤ የሚባለው ስለምሰራ ምን ያህል አቅም አለኝ አቅም የለህም የሚለውን ነገ በመትገኝበት ጊዜ አይተህ ፍረድ በልልኝ
So at this time I'd like to welcome Ayaléw Ayaléw is a legend of this music. Let's give it up, big up him.
እናንተ የሰውን ክብር የምታውቁ ጥቁር ነጭ ሳትሉ ሙዚቃ ቋንቋ መሆኑን አውቃችሁ ወገኖቼ የኔ ወገኖች ያላደረጉትን እናንተ አድርጋችሁ ዛሬ እዚህ በመገኘታችሁ በእውነት እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ አመሰግናለሁ።
The music's so great that even if you don't know about that, if you don't know about the protests, you can hear him singing like this song, Hasabe, which he's going to sing, My Worries. You know, he was singing that before he knew that that was going to be the theme for this night. There's a lot of musicians all around the world that we find that have that same thing going on spiritually. Like, they all sang the same kind of thing about the human predicament. And you just want to give them the opportunity to perform again and allow other people who might never have even thought that they'd love music from this part of the world, from this type of person, from this culture, from this religion, to understand and appreciate it. And that happens in America too.
በህይወትም ጉዳት ከሚደርሱ ጥቃቶችም በእግዚአብሔር ኃይል ድኛለሁ። ንብረቶችም ጠፍተዋል፣ ግን እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን በህይወት አለሁ። አሁን እኮ ያለሁት እኔ ነፃነት ያለበት ሀገር ነው። God bless America.
Some kids are going to get it later because things go in cycles.
And so that's what I'm thinking about all the time. Every time that we sit down and try to explain something to somebody, like, why is Ayaléw Mesfin important? Why is Steve Kuhn important? Why is Weldon Irving important?
We want more people we could talk to about these type of things.
Yeah.
There's only like 5 or 6 people I could talk to. Kareem Riggins, him, Dilla R.I.P. And, you know, there's not too many people I could talk to about the things I like.
So I think about the narrative beyond that, right? Because back in the early 90s, when Pete Rock or Gangstar or whoever, you know, used some crazy loop and you figured out who it was, and then you found out something about a different scene of music you didn't know anything about, that was one thing. But nowadays, in the age of like lateral spread, right, where you can get on YouTube or Spotify and just move that way, you know, left to right, it's about explaining somebody in a sentence or two why they should care about this movement, and then let them go from there. Hopefully they go deep. Maybe they only go lateral. It's okay.